There we go. Yeah, you've been all sorts of spooked. Hey, FBI, how you doing? Where have you been? What have you been up to? Hey, frog friend, how are you? What's your favorite kind of frog? Hey, Roslyn. Or Rosin. There's no L in there. Hi, Rosin. We're a little late for Geyser today. Hey, Lily. Thank you so much for the heart me. How you feeling today? And thank you for the go popular. You're amazing. You're just eating what you eating. What you having for dinner? We had pot stickers for dinner. It's pretty good. Ooh, pizza rolls. Are you like dipping them in anything or are you just eating them plain? C Drives, #1 fan. Welcome in. I don't know what C Drives is. Just plain? Okay. Kind of hardcore. Hi, Jackie. Hey, Hammy. How are you? You just came to say hello. I appreciate that. I know I'm streaming a little bit later than I usually do. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. It was a very busy day. Had to clean a bunch because the cat sitter was coming in for, like a meet and greet. Um, so there's some cleaning to do with that. And hey, dork. And then poor guy, I was like holding him to show him to the pet sitter, the cat sitter. The poor guy, he was so scared he peed himself. So I was kind of felt really bad about that. But he got a churro. But yeah, poor guy. He's kind of a wimp, but you know what? I get it. Hey, Weeb, how you doing? Yeah, I felt really bad. He really doesn't like. It takes him a while to warm up to people. He kind of panics. Like I said, I felt really bad about it. He's just a little feller. I mean, he's a big feller, but he's a little feller. Yeah, Lucy's back there enjoying her time. A little bit more. Yeah, yeah. She's a good girl. Other than that, I mean, it was just a busy day. I'm a little tired, but that's okay. So my friend that I was supposed to stream another game with later tonight was not able to make it. So I do have some indie games to switch to once we do dailies and GGT. They seem really interested. I've been really wanting to try them out with you guys. I just didn't have the time. Hey, frog friend, thank you for the rose. I like frogs a lot. Like I like most amphibians, but toads just really crack me up. We sometimes see like a lot of them on our walks, like at night. They're just the neat little creatures. Also, oh, okay, wave at the player. So let me do that real quick. Wave. And today's dailies are in the wasteland. So I think we can probably um, do that real quick between Geyser and Grandma. Toads are silly. If you love them, I do too. I would love to see a what are they called? A hellbender? The really big amphibians, the salamanders. Like the American ones are pretty rare. I do know that they have a giant salamander in Asia as well. They're really cool. Hey, Madeline, how are you doing? Did you seize the day today, friend? Hey, Wolfram. Name seems familiar. You're good? I'm so glad you're good, Madeline. Do anything you're proud of today? Also, let me know if I need to adjust any sounds or pictures or anything like that, because my Streamlabs decided to kind of mess with all of my settings. And luckily, I like started getting ready like 30 minutes before I had to stream. Luckily, I checked because yeah, that's kind of stressful. That's why I was a few minutes late. Ooh, Dork's here. Dork, right on time for the last 2 minutes. So some of the games I have planned after we do Sky, which I'm kind of excited about. We have the Book of Plagues. We have Taylor Simulator and Frog Squad. At one point, Ghost Odyssey. We'll have to get to that this week. But I'm really excited for Book of Plagues. That seemed really cool. Nothing too scary. You managed to finish writing lore for your character, your Sky character, your D&D character. What kind of character? Oh, and then your friend showed. Oh no, wait, no, it's just somebody that kind of looks like you. Interesting. How far? Oh, we do have piggyback. We'll go and get the candles from the rest. You just take a break, dork. For a role play you play with your friends, is it like a tabletop or like a post to play kind of thing? If it's embarrassing, you don't have to tell us either. We don't judge for character making here. Ah, yeah, it's already been popped. I love it. Are you giving me spells? It's online, sadly, and on Discord. Not the best place to RP, but no, I get that. I get that. I've heard like my first experience with like role playing and stuff was like that was like writing role plays on like pro boards and who's the other one? There's another big one. But yeah, no, I understand that. I am tiny today. I was looking under the maps and I just haven't changed my mask. I figure, it's late at night. Listen, I can't judge anyone because I'm here running Dungeon and Dragons games, so you're so corny. So if you're doing play by post, that's absolutely fine too. Now you have to reread it all and find your mistakes. That's writing for you. Saint B, welcome in. You don't want to be tiny, you just want to be little. Did you guys see that we're finally going to get a faceless chibi mask? I thought that was pretty cool. I get that sometimes. Sometimes I want to be small too. So I think we actually do it over Discord, Madeline. So we use the website Roll20, which has all the maps and the roles and the character sheets and everything. And then we just do the talking on Discord. It works really well. Hi, Lee. Yeah, you don't have to do it in person. You just need a Discord and Roll20 subscription. The chibi mask with the white eyelashes. I don't think I've seen it yet, Hammy. I try not to get too many things spoiled. Yeah, pull your friends into that. So there are like free stuff on it. But if you'd like, so like I believe the player's manual and the dungeon master manual is on there for free. But then you can buy like other books and stuff on there as well. So if you wanted to like run Curse of Strahd, oh, 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 there you are. Okay, you appeared. You would have to. For me, I like to have the physical and like the Roll20, so I bought both. But yeah, it's all there. Roll20, ROLL20, like the dice. I also this is how much of a nerd I am. I set up OneNote for the entire we're just doing one shots right now, but so people can write notes in it and write journal entries in their characters' point of view, keep track of loot and stuff like that. You'll tell it about to your friends? Sure. Um, I will let you know that I can be hired to DM if you need a dungeon master. Usually 5 to 6 people. It's $5 per hour. I usually go for 4 to 5 hours. Um, hey Void, hey Midwood. If you want, I'm pretty sure that you have people that'll want a DM, but just to let you know, I do that. Is it gonna spit me back out? I love when it does that. Yeah, sure, Madeline. Yeah, so what? Oh, dork. There you are. Like, darn. So we have the shortcut to Grandma's, so which I love. Shortcut to Grandma's. 10 out of 10. But I think that we can do the dailies real quick, or at least most of them. Hi, Miori. So we need to catch the light in Golden Wasteland and relieve the stealthy survivor's memory. Stealthy survivor. Whee! Oh, oh, I see the shard. Nice. Did you guys see that yesterday? There was like a double shard. I thought that was really cool. I got you, Dork. Wait. My baby, my baby, my sweet little baby. Do I need to move? There we go. My baby. Hey, Columbina, how you doing? And in case you are like, well, is Elena any good at DMing? I can give you references because I just had like a really good session on Saturday. It was the first session. It went so good. I will keep you as safe as I can. Unless it's a crab, then there are no promises. Gotta make sure we get our candles. Is it this one? No, he's not glowing. It's not. I don't think the Taco Bell spirit is called that. I thought it was called something else, like fainting something. Go away. I always make sure to get these guys to turn over before I start. I do have other systems too if they want to do like monsters of the week. I just find D&D that there's so many variations you can do. Um, Makes me happy. Okay, so we got two of those. Music's so nice right now. Monsters of the Week is, I believe, it's six-sided die. It's a simplified version where you only need to tell. So with D&D, when you have you basically have to hit like certain numbers to get a success if you want to do something. So like if you roll a 10, um, that's like an easy thing. 12's a little harder, 15, so on and so forth. With Monster of the Week and other systems, oh, the light, thank you. It's a little different. Uh, it's more like you have, was it 6 to 8 six-sided die, and depending on like what kind of class that you've rolled up, you have benefits for each of the abilities that you have. So you could be that for you to succeed at something, you have to get like um, sixes on the die. Where'd it go? So if it's like you have to get three successes, which would be, maybe five and six on the dice, um, then that's how you succeed with them. With D&D, there's a lot more abilities. It just depends on if you want to have more of a storytelling aspect. But I mean, I do a lot of storytelling with D&D. Then there are other systems where the players are the only ones rolling. Um, which is interesting in itself. Oh, is it over? Huh, shard's over. Okay, and Stealthy Survivor. Where is the Stealthy Survivor? Is it this one over here? I should really remember the names. So I didn't think that we got all of the candles. One, two, three. Oh, probably at the end there. Schmendel, welcome in. Bone area? Do we got time? Yeah, we got time. Let's go to the bone area, I guess. That's what I thought. I thought the bot was the black cape, and then I got kind of confused in my head, which isn't hard to do. So yeah, then there's other systems where um, where it's the players just doing all of the rolling and the dungeon master. That's okay. I can get it. It's not that big of a deal. I was just trying to remember which one. Which is a little bit different, though it does take a lot of stress off of the DM that way. Then it also depends to like so like if you were going to do a Power Ranger RPG, or somebody did was talking to me about doing like a Marvel themed one. They have their systems too, which is usually just tweak systems, but I'd have to look more into that because I don't have any of the Marvel books yet. No one's requested it yet. Go away, mean old Krill. It just kind of depends on what your group is going for. Personally, I like the D&D system, just because of the different ways you can play and everything. I feel like it gives you a little bit more creativity, but I can also understand the appeal of the other systems as well. It just depends. There she is. I say that to Lucy, and she's just like, "Yep, there's me." Seamless gutters. Welcome in. I also can't say that like I'm pretty kind of loose with like the D&D rules and stuff like that. I have them mostly down, but I'm not saying that I'm very perfect at it because I'm trying to have a good time too. Not saying that I cheat. I'm just more relaxed with the rules. If somebody's like, "I want to do this funny thing," and it's like, well, in real life you wouldn't be able to do that, but give me some rolls. Oh, you're like kicking your little feeties. That's so cute. At least it looked like you're kicking your little feeties. Oh, so cute. Yeah, you're always welcome to message me on Discord, Madeline, if you have more questions. Okay, that's everything. Should we head home then? Let's head home. I'm gonna have to drop you. Hooray! It's actually not that bad of a dailies day. Yeah, sure. Also, like if your group does decide, I do have a lot more materials on Roll20 that you can kind of flip through. All right, let's go grandma's. The DM ghosted. Was the DM a friend of yours? I've had people who wanted me to DM and then they end up ghosting, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, there's plenty of other players, more players than DMs. Yeah, let's go grandma's. Doesn't this take us to? Yeah, there we go. Yay! Oh, I love Days of Sunshine. If I go live tomorrow, we'll do more Days of Sunshine stuff. Yeah. Oh, there goes Dork. Okay, bye, Madeline. Like I said, message me if you want to have any questions. Look, there's that little guy. Look, that little guy. Got. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the sand castles and everything. Oh, and there's a tent. But I have the Moomin tent. Do you want to go race before we go see Grandma? Sadie, welcome in. Oh, you're buying stuff. You got even smaller, I think. And I think tonight is like that special. I gotta wait until the next round. Isn't that event happening tonight where the two lovers meet each other at the bird bridge? We gotta wait. Have you ever swam the whole race? I did that the other day. I don't recommend it. Yeah, Moth King has like a whole breakdown on their channel, which I recommend for them, for you to follow them because they are a friend of the Critter Club. We're just waiting. It's all right. You haven't? It's not great. Okay, now we can go race. Yeah. Seeing them walking over the bird bridge, I don't think I'll, because I think it's a reset and I like to sleep, but definitely like check it out if you can. Okay, okay, okay. I'm not very good at this, but we'll see. I feel like you have the weight advantage. Okay. No, no, I don't want the shared memory. No. There. No. There. I'll catch up. Maybe. These things are so slippery. I really want this boogie board. Listen, you might have missed one. That's how I can win. Whee! Now, good job. Got us our tickets. Hi, Kira. We do have openings in the server if anybody wants to join us for grannies. No, I really like the like just how it feels with the controls and stuff like that. Yeah, but our D&D game on Saturday was pretty fun. We have a lot of new people in this group, all Critter Club members. But look at all the everybody's in here. Oh yeah, I forgot that the spirits will visit Granny for bun time too. Oh, I love that. But we basically what was really cool was some people rolled really low for their stats. So I made a deal with them that they could bump that, if the stat was under 10, they could bump it up to 12. Um, but they had to take a cursed item that I got to pick. So kind of changed like my whole what I wanted the characters to do, because then I kind of was like, oh yeah, so you can get uncursed with this kid that's running around trying to finish his father's like trying to figure out why his father was like murdered, but also what he was working on and like solve that whole mystery. So the characters are basically recruited by this, I'd say kid, but he's like 18, 19. And he sounds like this and he's always excited about everything. Um, so they did the introductions with the characters and the NPCs that are going to go along with them, which is the kid who's really excited about going on an adventure and figuring out his dad's work, and also his bodyguard, who is being run by my partner Dan, who is basically like an alcoholic that's sleeping a lot. I don't know. Has anybody ever? Hey, Lala. Has anybody ever watched Mystery Science Theater? Um, because the characters are based off of the Final Sacrifice, which I always find really hilarious, but that might just be me. So my partner is playing the character of Rosdower, and then the little kid is Troy from the movie. So it just kind of fit. So then the players were tasked with going shopping to get supplies for their trip because they're going into this kind of magical forest um, to find a library. You haven't? It's funny. It's a Mystery Science Theater did a great mock of it, but it's so like kind of like D&D like adjacent in the feel of it. So they were sent out into the town. It's not a huge town. It's a pretty small town to get supplies. And first they met I'm trying to think because I feel like they made one more stop. They made a stop before the general store. But at the general store, the woman who was running it was really kind of sketch, and she might have a family of serial killers going on in the town. But the players are like, that's none of my business. So then we went to the alchemist, and there was a magician outside doing like sleight of hand and selling like these little puppy, like toy puppies that if you pull on the tail, they'll make like a little bark. But he had a bunch of kids that were pickpocketing. So the one player who's playing a tiefling was trying to like get him to stop and dug a hole behind the magician guy, and then they ended up growing not so good for that, and they both ended up like falling into this hole, and then the magician guy runs off. So I guess the magician guy is like a bad guy that they're gonna have to face again now. Hey Rezi, how are you? Which is very interesting. We didn't make it out of the town, but we didn't play for very long either. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It was fun. Hey Thistle. Oh yeah, it was chaotic, but I like chaotic. I'm usually pretty good at yes anding and coming up with crazy concepts with the players because I don't do the DM versus the players. I'm more like we're I want you to succeed. Um, we're building a story together, but it might not be easy. Dork, you're tall. Maybe we should dance. I just want to dance. What are you doing, Thistle? How was your visit? Are you still there? I feel bad if I'm the one kicking the buns off by accident. I was not paying attention to where I was doing that. Sorry, guys. That's all me. Hey, Maple, how you doing? She has someone visiting her now. Wow, your grandma's busy. Grandma popular. Dizzy? Why are you dizzy, Maplewood? Have you drank water and eaten? You don't know? Have a drink of water and eat some crackers. You made black bean noodles for yourself. I had those once. I found them interesting, but I didn't really find like this is something that I'm like gonna go out and grab. I don't think. Oh, for sunglasses. Who did this to this crab? This crab is an angel. Why would you do that? Be free. Did what kind of sauce did you have with them, Thistle? I am gonna free him this time. Go! Yeah. The sauce was made of black bean paste, oyster sauce, and rice syrup. Interesting. Was that from a recipe or was it from. Where's this guy keep getting the crab from? Does it just keep appearing? Or are there more than one? Oh, wait, there's one. You make it based on Korean recipes. Oh, I started watching a really cool Korean show. It was new on Netflix. It was like he followed you and grabbed it. Okay, the kid's kind of sneaky, but it seems like he really values the crab, so I'm not gonna mess with those anymore. Tree licking, licking, tree licker. Are we just gonna hold him from this kid? Let's make him kiss. Kiss. We're just gonna sit here. We're not very nice. You're younger, you got super into Korean lady Ma Ang Chi who cooks. Bought her recipe book and everything. Oh, I see. We're terrible, dork. Are we friends, Z? Have you seen the picture? Where did you post the picture of Maplewood? I don't think I did. So Z, I take friend codes from anyone. You just have to send it through TikTok private messenger, Twitch whispers, or through the Discord. I don't put the codes in during the game, but after the stream, I will put them in. But I recommend joining the Discord. There's an invite link in all my bios. There's a lot of really cool people there that you can make friends with in Sky too. Nuna, welcome in. In Pet Paradise, okay, give me 1 second. Let me check that out. Where did I put myself?
Hey, baby.
No, it's almost grandma hug. Grandma hug. Grandma hug. Grandma hug. Grandma hug. Okay, now let's head home. Okay, no, that's fine. I nobody should be in a rush. Oh, nice. Okay, let me just look at this kitty. Gotta see the kitty. Pet Paradise. Oh yeah, I did see him. Oh, he's getting so big. He's like a teenager now, right? That's the best part. All right, let's go rescue that turtle. Like I said, we're gonna do GGT. We just finished dailies too, and then we're gonna switch to another game. But I wanted to make sure you guys got some wax out of me today. And all zooming. Oh, have you gotten a laser yet for them? What you should really do. Hey, Snow the Moth. I I've actually been growing catnip for Chance. And so he's been getting some like fresh catnip every day and he's been loving it. Hi Raven. Hey Nocturnal. What a twist. My day's ending and yours is starting. Your mom heard a kitten meowing outside your aunt's apartment and couldn't find it. I hope it was just like maybe somebody's phone turned up too high. Maybe got laser. Okay. I don't know if you saw like we got that. We got that one. Um, but we I don't know if we bought it or somebody gifted it to us, but it's you. Did you see? It looks like a block of cheese, and it has like feathers and ribbons and things like that that will stick in and out of the holes of the cheese for the cats to like chase after. I don't know if that's something your cat would like. Chance is interested, but he's not exactly like a fast hunter. 10K likes? Okay, let me get in here and I will give. Oh my gosh, look at her. Um, she had a big day too. She got to meet the cat sitter. But of course, everybody is Lucy's friend, so she made a new friend today. Hey, Ashy. Yeah, once we get in there, I will make sure Lucy gets a treat. I don't think Chance is in here. He's kind of angry at me for bringing a stranger. When you fly, you look like, oh, you do kind of look like a. Have you ever seen that? Like the mama cats that try to carry like their adult cat kitten? It's funny. And Wint and Tundles especially. I like that. I like that kind of thought. Yeah, yeah. Maple, did you get something to eat? I kind of miss Days in Nature. That one was so interesting. I like that event too. Hi, Green Gapes. Your dog also got a new. Your friend also got a new dog. I'm not sure what she is, but she's small. Her name is Jackie. Are you sure it's not Jack Russell? Jack Russell's Jack Jackson. We had one little guy called Jackson. Jackie. And it's very popular. Okay, let me just drop you off so I don't accidentally drown you. Okay, let's give Lucy a treat. Lucy girl, would you like a treat? You old stinky ham bone. Oh my goodness, what a diva. How is that? Good? Could very well, but it would be a mix. I mean, a lot of places say it's a Jack Russell mix when it's just like a little terrier guy. Okay, it is time. She deserves it. I mean, she got treats all day, but she got a we do like the wolves, which is like a little rubber like treat holder. You put in these frozen. You can make them, but these like frozen treats, and we got her some for her birthday, so she doesn't get them that often. Um, she's very excited about it. She was doing like sploot sits and like eating at it. I mean, she thought it was pretty cool. Hey, honeybee. I don't think we're gonna do trials today, honeybee. We're just gonna do GGT and dailies, and then gonna switch to another game. I have some games that I gotta do streams on, but they seem really interesting. Was I supposed to do trials today? Did I say I was gonna do trials? Oh, I'm gonna pass myself to forget. You just got here, yeah. No trials today. Maybe tomorrow, depending on what we get into tomorrow. Seem like all the light. Maybe it was. You don't think I did? I mean, I can be very much fooled if you all are like, yeah, you said you were going to do trials. I'll be like, okay, well, I guess it is. Lulu, luckily, welcome in. How you doing? How's you a little bit? Hi, Link. Oh, a bunch of them are down here. It's always interesting when that happens. You guys been enjoying the Van Gogh season? Days of Sunshine. I have a question. So with Days of Sunshine, has anyone really been back to the area in Vault for that? Yeah, hidden. I think I went once this year, and then I'm like, I want to go hang out at Grandma's. Your sis is getting you the Van Gogh pass. Go, sis. You gotta treat her nicely. Yeah, it's at reset, isn't it, Thistle? I'll probably be in bed by then. But yeah, I was encouraging people earlier to check out Moth King's videos on it because it does seem really special. Ooh, ooh, there's some more light. Dork, there's some delicious light right here. Right here. Dork, Dork. It's right here. Do you see it? Yeah, I helped. Last year everybody had to go there. I have to say, like, I don't well, I complain, but that was my one complaint last year where I'm like, I'd rather just hang out at grandma's and do it. So then they revamped everything at grandma's, and I'm like, you know what? I don't live with this. I don't live with this. What are you doing? Hold on, let me find my sad millennials. This one? No, why this one? Sorry, I mixed up my sad people. Yeah, and a shortcut for grannies. But I always liked that Days of Sunshine was like a grandma kind of event because then we got to hang out with grandma. Well, that was rude. Maybe I'm small enough I can just get stuck under here. Wait up, turtle. Yeah. I wish we could hang out on the turtle's head. That's okay. I don't mind getting stuck right here. Turtle's just dragging me through the sand. Okay. So that's gonna be right. We turned those in, and we did our tickets, and I forgot to grab my spear, but that's okay. So that's gonna be it for Sky tonight. But I am gonna start another game. You guys are want to hang out. Um, so thank you, Dork, so much for being here and hanging out. I do appreciate that. So we're gonna switch to another game. The first one we're going to do is Book of Plagues. Let me pull that up. Yeah, get that going. Yeah, I usually Z. I don't usually stream this late. I was supposed to do a stream with somebody else tonight, but they weren't feeling very good, so I had to kind of switch around what I was going to do, and I did need to get these done. But yeah, this is Book of Plagues. There we go. Put this in here. I just need to readjust a little bit so you guys can watch. Fix it over on the purple app. Here. Sometimes it makes it so hard to grab these applications. Okay, so that's good there. Let me change my description. Remove the sky stuff. And let me just grab what they want me to put in here. Okay, and we're going to switch this one to other. Sorry, I'm going to talk to myself. Usually why I don't like switching out games, just because it kind of takes so much. But let me go ahead and... No, I don't want full screen. Well, are they fun indie guys? Did they let me mess around with this? Yeah, it usually doesn't work well. Okay. Let's just do this classic one here. Sometimes I like to hide the areas where you can stretch it out, but we'll do this way. Okay. I'll go back over here. That's all up to date. All right, close. Let me redo the windows. Again, you guys can see. Yeah, it would really small. I don't want that for you guys. Okay. So the Book of Plagues. Let me bring up the Steam store so I can tell you guys a little bit about it. And once again, they did give me a free code for this, but still, I'm really excited. Oh, thank you for the heart, me, Miss. How are you? Hey, Marshy. Oh my goodness, what are you doing here? Go to bed. All right, we'll save that. So the city is drowning in plague, panic, hunger, and fear are tearing it apart. You are the last one who can change the fate, heal it, and hold it back from collapse, or dive it, or drive it to run with your own hands. Okay, drive it to. The screen is very far away, or drive it to ruin with your own hands. So it's kind of like that was it. Hello Neighbor, and then also was it Papers? There was like the original game with this. But it looked exciting, so I'm excited. Hi Rex, how you doing? So let's go ahead and new game. Do you want to start a new game? All saves will be deleted. Yes, because I haven't played any of this game before. Let me adjust my screens and stuff. Put you here. Put you here. Okay, now it can go. If your undertaker has passed away, that means that it's now your turn to dig graves. The bad reputation bar shows how well you are treated by the townspeople. It depends on your success in medicine. Okay, we'll see. We will see how good we are. The streets of the cities were deserted. Black Death did not spare anyone it could reach. The victims of the terrible epidemic were millions of people in different parts of the world. In the beginning, dead were tried to be buried, but there were so many of them that there was simply no room outside the gates of castles and the outsides of walls of cities, so it was decided to burn the plague corpses. Bonfires of household items, rags, and human flesh were burned in the square day and night. The rich and poor were consigned to oblivion, along with all their belongings, in order to stop the spread of the pestilence. A merciless hunt for rats began. Hordes of rodents were destroyed by fire, along with the grain barns where the small vectors of disease found shelter. A terrible famine came. The bravest of healers decided to challenge the deadly disease. They practiced different kinds of treatment, disposed of the dead, and searched for ways to cure the sick of the Black Death for coin. This is very interesting to me because I used to be in the medical field long ago, and then in the science sector, but that's a whole nother story. So this kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah. Hi, Kai. How are you doing? Jace is kind of just giving me like kind of little things that you've been going through, and I hope you're doing okay. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I do miss you, Kai. Okay. Black Death for coin. The small town of Ludwig, oh good, they picked a familiar name, has yet to face a plague epidemic, but the devil's disease is already closing in on its inhabitants. The poor quarters has its first victims. You're okay? I'm so glad, Kai. Please, please, if you need anything, just let me know. I'll do my best. In this connection, the scientist doctor arrives in Ludwig with an order for his appointment. Will the new chief healer bring salvation, or will he leave the inhabitants to be torn apart by a terrible contagion? I think we'll do all right. First, you feed on the vegetables, then the vegetables feed on you. Don't you start talking sense. That's how people get burned at the stake. It's not always possible to cure patients. Every failure is an experience that leads to unexpected consequences. The game does not punish you for mistakes, it offers new storylines. Ooh, I do like that. Take a newspaper, kind sir. Are you new to our town? Only I have the latest news. Did you know that the Black Death has come to Ludwig? Plague in the city. Okay, the scientist doctor has arrived in town, and that's a heck of a font, isn't it? It looks like Tehran. Hey, user 67. In connection with the appearance of the first signs of the plague in the city, the burgomaster, which I only know that word because what's it? Curse Strahd, I think, had a burgomaster, announces the appointment of a new scientist doctor. He is tasked with fighting the epidemic together with members of the city with members of the city magistrate. In addition to his main duties, the physician will see patients daily from morning to evening prayers. Let us wish him luck in his difficult work. Sorry. The first thing's getting me is that there's like a little newspaper kid, but you know, the plague has come to the poor neighborhoods. We regret to inform you that the plague has reached our town. The unfortunate man was in the poor quarters. The local healer was unable to help him and he died. We sincerely hope that this is the first and last victim of the plague. Oh, honey. Honey, no. Oh, honey. Oh, hey, Zay. The tournament will take place. The annual knight tournament organized by the Merchants Guild will still take place this year. Young squires will be able to prove that they are worthy of the title of knight, and knights will have the opportunity to fight for the hand of the most beautiful woman in the city of Ludwig. I just got here, sir. Oh my goodness. The magistrate will announce the date of the tournament shortly. Kaka, the scientist doctor is obliged to care for the townspeople and take weekly measurements against the plague. Choose one of 3 options for the edict. Remember, sometimes good deeds require ungodly decisions. Oh. Our beautiful city has experienced the first case of plague. By the authority vested in me, the magistrate and burgomaster of Ludwig, I order. Isolate plague patients in a separate room in the infirmaries. Feed the infected through the windows. Do not approach them. Lock down houses where plague victims have been found, and post guards to restrict people from leaving the infected. Should I be taking notes? Hi, June. Lock down houses where plague victims have been found, and post guards to restrict people from leaving the infected houses. To assign caregiving from among the Sister of Mercy to the infected with the plague, and to provide decent care for the sick. The scientist doctor of the Ludwig. Oh, I didn't know I hope that was a good one that I accidentally clicked. What? A hole, Kaka. I'm Raven Bane, your friend and advisor. Here we will perform the magic of healing. Press the patient button. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna try and touch a bunch of stuff first. Can I touch you? No. Man, I am looking really sleek in this outfit. Oh, look at the little sad skeleton. He's so cute. Okay, let's get a patient. Let's get a patient. Halt, Ten Hut. The regimental surgeon swore my guts were mustard out of line, but I'll wager that was the fishmonger who sold me rotten goods. Help me get back in the ranks. Okay, let's examine. Ludwig is a port town, and everyone eats fish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Before the knight could be laid on the couch, he ran to the latrine, rattling his armor and spewing curses, all because the armor does not provide for such runs, and removed it without help as long and to remove it without help is long and difficult, especially when the drive was driven by need. The guardian is responsible for the passage of people through the city gates, and his work is very important for the safety of the inhabitants. Okay, so reward. That just push cure. It's time to heal. The fragile flower is the patient's health, and you need to save it. Dodge attacks by controlling the flower with the WASD keys, or using left stick on the gamepad. Wait, can I use? Oh, okay. Hover your cursor over the drug to find out more. Okay. What am I'm not. Yes, that is also possible. The guard didn't recover and didn't give us any coins and slightly damaged our reputation, but now events related to him have taken a different turn. Okay. Hi, Quackity. As you were, what did I expect from some backwater sawbones? You won't see me in your pest's house again. About face, double time march. Okay. Are you going to leave a trail? I did not do very good. I might have to play this again on my own just to figure it out. Oh, thank you guys for the 20,000 likes. Man, you guys are on fire tonight. Oh, I guess I'll give her a kitty treat. Here you go, our diva. She looks so comfy. Okay. Patient. Good doctor, have pity on this poor tramp. My whole body aches and coughs like my guts is bursting. I'll die soon if you refuse me. I have no money at all, but I dedicate all my prayers to the crippled god. Yeah, she's so comfy. All right, Hammy. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. It's good to see you. Lupido, welcome in. Okay, let's examine. The vagrant reeks of sweat, decay, and unwashed poverty. His bare feet are covered with dirt and crusts, and lice swarms his tangled hair. He does not seem to notice it, for every cough he utters seems to burst from the depths of his belly, shaking his withered body. His forehead is hot, his eyes are foggy with fever. It can be clear. He has pneumonia, and the days are counting. Okay. The vagrant isn't exactly in good health and has already lost some of his fragile flower petals. That happens, you can replenish his health by clicking aspirin in the first aid kit. Oh. So it is... Okay. Can I... Okay. Hover your cursor over the drug to find out more. Okay. Well, try. Oh, I think I'm supposed to dodge them. Oh, okay. Woo! Quit coughing on me. There are other medications beside aspirin. You can learn about them, buy a prescription, and prepare them in the Book of Plagues between patient appointments by clicking on the book in the lower left corner of the screen. Okay, I think we did better this time. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Rules of the game may change. The icon indicates the game mode has changed and free movement is not possible. Press space or B button in the gamepad to jump. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting this. Look at that. Amal, welcome in. Adapting to changed condition is the most important skill needed in healing. It may be confusing at first, but once you unlock more recipes and stock up on medicines, it'll be so much easier. Okay, what do we do now? Yeah. Oh. I'm glad the guard was easy. Oh. doing good. We did it. We didn't earn any coins, but we did a good deed. The townspeople will surely appreciate it. Later, we'll find out from the newspapers what this led to. Hey, Bugalia, how are you? Praise be to the crippled god. I feel so much better. Thank you, good doctor. I'll never forget your help. Okay, bye. So it said that we can go into the book. Okay, isolate plague patients in separate room in the infirmary. Defeat the infection through the windows. Do not approach them. Okay. Alchemy. Okay, we can make medicines. Okay, we can buy ingredients. I don't have any money yet. Okay, purchases. How do we... I got no money. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Oh, it's snowing out. I like that things are slowly turning red. Is that because we're doing good? I hope it's because we're doing good. Ara, welcome in. All right, next patient. Doctor, help me. The hernia is killing me. I can neither bend nor unbend. It's all because of my wife. She doesn't trust the port mover, so I'm carrying crates like a porter. I guess it's my destiny to be both a merchant and a worker in one person.
Hey, baby.
I very, very little Espanol, but welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Okay, let's examine him. Merchant is a respected profession, and a posture twisted with pain does not flatter the status of a respected gentleman. But the patient himself says that he's never been afraid of hard work, and it seems that the results of such zeal was not long in coming. Let's see what we can do. Okay. You get a lot of gold for this if they're happy. It's not willpower that makes a man unbend, Ka. It's a herniated disc. Okay, so whoa. No. 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 Whew. We did it. Oh, thank you for the roses. Okay. Okay, next. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Hang out in this corner, dude. One last tip. If you want to replay the week, open the book, exit, replay. But remember, the first time is always special. Sometimes the most unexpected consequences give rise to the most interesting storylines. I'm a little worried about the first guy because he might be letting in sick people because we didn't help him. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Haha. Okay, one more. Oh, it's all of them. Oh no. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we did a good job. That should make him happy. Well done. Too bad this fragrant mister is leaving. Is there any way to make perfume out of him and spray this whole stinky city with it? Caw. Whew, I was sweating a little bit. Hey, Alex. Oh, praise be to the fed god. I can stand up straight again. You're now always welcome in my shop, doctor. And now it's time for me to get back to work. Yeah, we made some money. It reminds you of Undertale? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, bye. Wait. Complete the prologue and training. If you want to replay... Okay. Can we buy stuff now? Oh, look, see? Haven't lost a one yet. Okay. Oh, okay. So, anesthetic. Oh, 7. How much money? Oh, we only have 550. Okay. This is the expensive? No, they're all expensive. 450, 600, 500, strychnine. That's some expensive stuff here. How much is this? Okay, so I guess we'll buy one of each if we can. Not sure what we can do with it yet. Okay, not enough. How much is this? Oh, 100. Okay. An edicts. Okay. Alright, let's finish this day. If your undertaker has passed away. Okay. You've been a talk the sound. You've been the talk of the town lately, good sir. We are so glad to have you come to visit us. I'll earn a lot of coin and become a healer like you. Dafsky, welcome in. A sentinel attacked a respected merchant. An egregious incident occurred recently in the market square. One of the city guards got into an altercation with a respected merchant for some unknown reason. The quarrel quickly escalated into a brawl, and the merchant unexpectedly was unable to put up a decent resistance to the knight. The aggressive guard was detained and sent to the house of interrogation. Inquisitors are investigating the circumstances of the incident. Was that the guard that was like pooping himself? Okay. The science doctor saves the poor quarters. The newly appointed scientist doctor of the city has developed a unique method of treating disease better known as pneumonia. He has already successfully tested this technique on the first patients from the poor quarter, who are most often affected by this disease. We thank our doctors and wish him further success and breakthroughs in medicine. Well, that was a nice one. The Merchant Guild provides the infirmities with fruit. Cohesion in hard times has always been a feature of the citizens of our glorious city. As a token of gratitude for his recovery, a respected merchant has decided to start supplying fruit in the city's infirmaries and health centers. Such a generous gesture on the part of the Merchants Guild has not been uncommon over the last few weeks. Well, that's good. Nutrition's good to fight stuff. Sisters of Charity required. The city's main infirmary needs help. If you are a young and strong girl, not afraid of the sight of blood and other unpleasant fluids from the human body, then you are the right person for us. Also, please be advised that the city magistrate has ordered a pay raise for those dealing with the plague. The more we know. Oh, there's more. Get hired as a body collector. We need people to keep a large area clean, collect the bodies of cats, dogs, rats, and larger animals. The work is not difficult, but it requires responsibility and some physical strength. All equipment, cart, hook will be provided. Please contact the city cemetery management. Okay, we gotta pick an edict. Good decisions are made deliberately, the best ones intuitively, and the brilliant ones by accident. Which quarantine measure is better? It is with a heavy heart that I recognize the fact that the plague is taking more and more of our citizens. More and more good people continue to infect each other in the market streets and crowded places. The following measures, therefore, could be introduced. Curfew is imposed. Those who walk after evening prayer must pay a fine of 100 coins to city treasury. Prohibit the residents of the poor quarters from leaving their neighborhood. Require all residents to wear cloth bandages covering their mouth and noses when outdoors. I feel like the first one's going to start riots. The pork porter, I mean, that's where the disease started. That sounds kind of mean, though. And then, only worse if it's like airborne. It seems like the meanest thing, but if the disease is starting in the area, what do you guys think? This is my understanding that the plague, if this is the same plague, wasn't airborne. They thought it was because they thought of bad air, and that's why the plague doctors wore those masks so they could shove like all sorts of good smelling things in it. I think the second one. We'll see what happens. It's time to get acquainted with the book. It contains the results of edicts and recipes for brewing. Oh, the results. If you've earned coins, you can buy ingredients and try to brew aspirin. Wait. Oh, we're losing people. Almost all the infected died, but thanks to the security measures taken, they did not take their caregivers to the grave with them. The corpses were taken out of the city and buried with full honors in the presence of family and friends. The bravest of the city's healers began to study the plague corpses to find a cure, if they could get up permission from their relatives. However, there were those who dared to secretly exhume for the sake of medical tests. Surprisingly, the authorities made little attempt to find and punish such doctors. Mm. Okay, so let's see. Can we make some aspirin? Used to restore a single petal of the fragile flower. Easy to brew, can be brewed blindfolded and drink the diluted alcohol needed to brew it. Yeah, it's. Oh, oh. Wait, oh. Okay, okay. Okay, we're gonna try again. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. I like the different little things. We did it. Urban, welcome in. Okay. No, I don't want to exit the game. Whoops, sorry. There. All right. Oh, we got 4 patients. Let's get a patient in. Why is he sad? I'm doing my best. Oh, because he's sad because there's not enough people dying. Okay, I see. I see what you're doing. Okay, new patient. Greetings. I'm a local black meat dealer. Everyone in town knows me. A week ago, I was transporting my goods on my ship when one of them bit my ear. Don't ask how it happened. Just help me. What is black meat? Does that mean like rat meat? Most of the patient's right ear is missing, and what remains is festering. It took some effort to get him to talk, and he confessed that one of his female slaves had done it. Oh, that kinda. Okay. The slave trader, being dead drunk, tried to make a pass at her, but she wasn't one to be pushed around. Instead of the expected submission, she bit off half his ear, and then she accidentally fell overboard. The patient added at the end of the story. Can we, like, turn him away? She should have bitten something off. I gotta do good, but I don't want to do good. Oh. Wait, are they? Whoa. Ow. Oh. Oh. No. No. Go away, go away, go. Ow. Okay. Oh. Okay, we should probably take an aspirin. Okay. Oh, it's another one of these. Come over here. Okay. Okay. Oh. I'll get what we deserve some sooner than later, Ka. I don't have any ears, so I'm not complaining. Darn. Why did you bother to treat me if you can't do anything? Damn the day I step foot in your worthless infirmary. Bye. But we do need the gold though. Patient. I burned my ass. Everything went as usual in the morning. I made the dough, fired up the furnace. Suddenly I looked a rat, a huge fat rat. It fell off the shelf and squeaked so pitifully and died. I was so scared and sat on the hot stove. Hi, Ian. Poor lady. The poor woman has a terrible burn below her back and is in terrible pain. She says that several rats got into her bakery and for reasons unknown they all died. She has 2 cats, which a mouse can't get through, but they didn't even dare to get close to the rats. Surprisingly, the lady is more worried about the dough left behind and her cats left unattended than her own health. Okay. I can't look at it, Ka. I can't look at the place where the black back loses its noble name. Okay. All right. Oh. Whoa. 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 That. Nice. All right. Which one's next? I don't know. Oh. Change the direction. I feel like there might be ones that they really want you to save, and other ones that it's like no, you can take them. You can take the miss. You can take that hit. Okay. Oh. What? Oh. Whoa. No. Oh. Leave me alone. Oh. It's not necessarily hard, but it's like, what's this one gonna be? Okay. Ooh. right, one more, I think. Is this gonna be like, oh, pretzels? No, go away, pretzel. Leave me alone. No. Ooh. You look delicious, but leave me alone. For humans, the butt is the most important organ. It plays a significant role in both solving problems and seeking adventure. Caw. I like this bird. With your help, good doctor, I feel much better. Now, if you excuse me, I have to run. I'm afraid my cats will get into the dough again, and I have to get rid of the rats. Yeah, be careful about those rats. It's an organ? No, it's not. It's muscle and fat. I mean, technically, skin is an organ. So, hi, random. I think he's just making a joke. I mean, he is a bird. I mean, I think he'd be freaked out by humans considering he has a cloaca. Okay, bye. Look, we got more money. Let's make some more aspirin. Oh, wait. Bye. 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 Okay. Create. All right. Nice. We'll make one more. Yeah. Can we? Okay, so we're kind of. All right, so let's go. Our next patient. The DiCaprio. Welcome in. The old housekeeper. It seems my time has come, but my master is a kind person and gave me money for treatment, and here I am. I am so glad I worked for him. Kind doctor, do you know what's wrong with me? Hi, Thursday. The elderly woman complains of dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. Despite the pain in her legs, she managed to make her way to the infirmary. Her master, who wishes her only good things for her years of loyal service to his family, forced the housekeeper to go see the scientist doctor. The disease is not in its early stages, and the bulbos have not yet appeared. There's every chance of curing the poor woman. Every life saved is a small victory over the devil. Yeah. Oh gosh. I like the little jumping noise though. Alright, let's do it. What? Oh. Sorry, I was distracted by the fire. Alright. Oh. What? Okay. That's kind of a little jarring there. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh. Let's take an aspirin. Yeah. Alright, next. Can I? Okay. Got him. We're gonna have to. Okay, it's more than once this time. Okay. Alright, one more. One more. Got this. Whew. Yeah, LG. I was supposed to do a live stream with B, but they're not feeling very good today. So I played a little bit of Sky, and now I'm doing some indie games. This is called the Book of Plagues. I've been having a good time with this one. I hope my Lord will take me back when I am back on my feet, and I have already buried myself and said goodbye to these good people who gave me food and roof over my head. Accept these coins on my behalf and behalf of my good Lord. My grandma. I think we're doing pretty good. When can we update? Okay, that's 950. That's really pricey. Maybe we can buy a recipe. Or maybe we should probably wait, shouldn't we? Well, the fragile flower will be invulnerable. That's a good one to get. Yeah, let's do that one. I already have that? Oh, okay. So, what do we need for this one? If the fragile flower has taken damages. Oh, okay, I see. So we have that one, and we have that one, and we need the. Okay. Oh, I missed it. I should have prepared myself. Hurry up, come back. There we go. Yeah. Just buy some more. Oh, we got money. Ooh. Buy. 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 Okay. We're all out of money now. Okay. Okay, last patient for the week. I always have fresh fish, and this crazy guy burst in my shop and started smashing everything. I tried to stop him, but he hit me in the head with his gauntlet and then slapped me across the cheek with a sardine. He, a respected merchant, slapped with a fish. Oh, that's where the guard went. That is a little dramatic. The patient cannot focus on a single point. His pupils dart around and he jumps. He himself is on pins and needles and jerking and jumping. When asking for more details, he forgot what he was talking about, insisted that he always has good fish, and then starts the story all over again. After a brief examination, he vomited on his own shoes, which for some reason amused him. Oh, he's got a concussion. All right. Do you remember, Doc, how we found common ground? It happened when a donkey kicked you right in the forehead, Ka. I still remember it and laughed like a seagull. Okay. Oh, oh. Are they? Oh, they're following me. No, leave me alone. Oh, okay. Let's take an aspirin and let's do that one. Okay. This is a hard one. Oh, no. He doesn't look so good. Maybe we should try tapping his nest again. Caw. What? Where am I? For a moment, I thought your bird was talking. Fresh fish. I shouldn't have come here. I feel worse now. Sorry, guy. They're a little bit harder this time. Finally, those germ-filled bags have gone home. Another week is over. Okay, guess we get to see how we did. Has your relative stopped answering the knock on the door? Then you're banging on the coffin lid. Good afternoon, doctor. Nice to see you. Today's newspaper is free for you. Tell me, can you die from consumption? Yeah, you can. Get. Can I get that? Oh, there. The ship ran aground. The famous slave trader has angered his ship. Rumor has it that a witch has cast a terrible curse upon him. Because of this, the respected man has lost his hearing and sight, and now fears setting sail. According to the Merchants Guild, this is already the second ship to have become stranded in the harbor under mysterious circumstances. Oh no. Difficult times create strong people. After recovering from a serious injury, the owner of the oldest bread shop organizes a free bread distribution in the poor quarters. The event takes place every Sunday near the Church of the Crippled God, where everyone receives a loaf of bread after the sermon. The magistrate would like to thank a kind woman for her help and support. Yeah, go, Grandma. The first successful treatment for the plague. Ooh, not long ago, the scientist doctor performed a most complicated procedure to cure the plague, and succeeded. The infected woman was the housekeeper of a famous mister, which suggests that the plague is not a disease of the poor. Residents of the rich quarter are also at risk and must be sure to follow all restrictive measures. Remember, all of this is for your own good. Fifth attack on the in the week. A criminal group calling themselves the Guild of the Poor continues to terrorize the city. Bold to the point of insolence, they attack well-to-do citizens on the streets, steal food from shops, and steal medicine from infirmaries. It seems that the desperate poor, unable to get help from the magistrate, have decided to take it take their own by force. The authorities strongly advise residents to avoid walking alone and exercise extreme caution. Hey, Dorcas, how you doing? thank you for those roses. I guess that's because, yeah. Scary find at the meat market. The city guards sound the alarm. Human bones have been found in the refuse of the meat market, clean as if nibbled off. The Inquisition whispers of a cannibal butcher putting special meat into mincemeat. Hunger, ritual, or does someone just think people are livestock? We continue to follow the investigation of the gruesome case. What you up to, Dorcas? Shouldn't you be in bed? Francisco, welcome in. God protects us all. It's just it's just that everyone has a different shelf life. Doc, do you believe in God? This is a weird version of Sky. I played Sky for we got GGT done and dailies, and then I gotta review some of these games. This one has been delightful so far, though. It's called the Book of Plagues. It's on Steam. I recommend it. So we gotta pick and eat it. Increasing number of churchgoers during a plague epidemic increases the risk of infection among the townspeople. To resist the risk of spreading the disease during sermons, the following measure is introduced. Cancel all sermons, allow parishioners only personal visits to the priest and brief memorial services. Ban communion and handshakes, collect donations in basins filled with vinegar. Divide the service into 2 or 3 stages depending on the total number of parishioners. Hmm. Feel like I feel like we should be like hard asses about it. Let me check something real quick. There goes the music. Okay. I was just making sure that all my stuff is updated correctly. So I hate to go through this and not get credit for it. That's just spreading it more. Yeah. It wouldn't hurt to buy some ingredients and dust off our old distiller call. Otherwise, the only medicine we have is the word of God. I think we can make aspirin. No. Don't have enough coins for that. We don't have enough coins for this. Oh, I ruined that one. Sorry, everybody. Corvin, how are you? Guess we'll get to patience. We're getting more patience this week. Thank you for the roses. You guys are so awesome. Okay. My eyes, once clear, are now hazy, and I am so young. Perhaps it's because at funerals I hold back my eyelids, forcing the tears out of my eyes. At my age, I've already seen so much grief and sadness no longer echoes in me. Hi, Brooke. Hey. She is young, but her eyes covered with a haze like an old woman. As the plague came to town, funerals became much more numerous, and the owners of such rare profession faced a rush for their services. The weeper confessed that she has become so callous to other people's grief that she could not induce tears at will as she used to. She came up with the idea of not blinking for a long time, and then only would tears come to her eyes. This is what caused her to develop cataracts. My goodness, you guys. Interesting. Might be able to help her, right? A professional crybaby? Caw caw. What kind of person do you have to be for people to mourn you for coins? Okay. Oh. Okay. We got this. Aw, now I feel bad. Looks like I'll be the only one showering bird killers on your tombstone, Doc. I shouldn't have trusted you, Doctor. It's doctors like you that make me work harder, and your cat is scary. You're gonna have a sandwich for dinner? Did a lot of big walk today. I'm gonna try to play it this week, but I am like going on a trip starting Friday. So yeah, what kind of sandwich? Tell us about your sandwich. Sorry. Young Squire, I had to stop by here. There was no other infirmary closer to the tournament grounds. Damn shield fell on my favorite leg. You have a favorite leg? The tournament is coming up soon, and there's no time to waste. Hurry up so I can get back to training. Steak. Ooh. And you don't work tomorrow? Oh, maybe we'll play the... You want to play the big walk tomorrow? If you'd like a guide, yes, I would. You gonna join us, Corvin? Come play the big walk? The young man is quite self-important. He came for assistance as if I owe him a favor. As soon as he took off his boot, everything became clear. His toe was broken and could become infected. His toenail has turned black and would soon fall off completely. Should I tell him that with a weak hand, unable to hold a shield, he has no business participating in the tournament? Ah, young people, no respect for their elders, no common sense. Oh, you work tomorrow? Man. Call off work, play games. Alright. I once saw a dwarf beat an enemy to death with a shield, or maybe that was a theatrical performance. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa. Ugh. Dang. Work, you have to take your pet rock to the emergency vet. Whoa, I don't like that. Go away. No, leave me alone. Oh, oh gosh, I didn't know. Gracious. Alright. No, oh. You guys are back again, huh? Can't catch me. I'm too strong. Whoa, oh, ouch. Whoops. I'm sure we'll be fine. At least we won't see him again, Kaka. Do you think he's son of someone very important? Sorry. Ha ha ha, what a doctor. I'd better go to a real doctor. Sorry, I'm really, really trying. Butcher. I work in the meat market. My hands are terribly itchy and the skin is peeling off. Maybe it's the salt I use to cure the meat. Chop, chop. Sir, are you cutting up people? The giant reeks of not only blood but also fresh flesh. His heavy hands saturated with the smell of butchered meat, his blood-stained clothes, and his enormous cleaver cause awe and slight nausea. When I ask him why he carries his knife with him, he laughs hoarsely. I never part with my lucky tool, chop, chop. And the scabs and flaking skin on his fingers spoke of only one thing. The butcher has advanced psoriasis. He works at the meat market, Carl. The whole city is looking for a killer from the meat market. It was in the newspapers. Yeah, somebody else said, I think it was Ms. said that it was like Undertale. Yeah, but I'm liking it. It's fun. Okay. What is it this time? Oh. What? What? No. No. Ugh. No. I was too good at it. I really shouldn't save this guy, should I? Okay. Kind of just want to... I'm going to fail at this one. I just don't like this guy. Let him scratch himself, the despicable murderer. That's what he deserves, the dirty butcher, chop chop. Although you can tell he's a good guy. No. How am I supposed to work now? My hands are burning and itching. I could climb the walls. If people see the sores, who will buy my meat? They'll start avoiding me. Chop chop. Yeah. I once took an elderly woman from the poor quarter because her own daughter had thrown her out in the street. I have no idea what that kindness would do to me. I put on my gloves and pressed the mask tighter against my face. In the patient's armpit there is an inflamed lymph node, purple and hot to the touch. His forehead is burning, his breath is hoarse and intermediate. The diagnosis is obvious. Plague. The patient struggling to find the words explains that he was infected by his housekeeper. She foolishly brought food to her daughter in the poor quarter, and the very same daughter who once kicked her out of the house. So much for karma. Okay. Phobos are the abomination of the plague. The festering flesh burns with hellfires and nullifies all attempts at treatment, but there is a salvation, a burning ointment that burns the plague to the ground. I don't have any ointment. Okay. Two things in this life will never grow old: my dark jokes and the plague written down townspeople. Is there like a button I can get easier? My wife keeps saying that my charity would ruin me. Well, that bitch was right. She tried to help everyone, but no one can help me anymore. Nice. Is there? Okay, I guess in game. I'm like, is there an easier button? Okay, last patient. My mother warned me that my rat hunting would not end well. When I brought up her week's wages for a couple of days, she shut up. The baker, who I helped get rid of those things, said that only you will help me. Ever since rats were declared the main culprit of the plague, everyone thinks they're a rat catcher. Coins are pouring into their pockets. The trouble is that the new saviors of the city are not working properly. They carry rat corpses with their bare hands and do not cover their faces with masks. The girl regretted her carelessness too late. Under her arm, she had a purulent and deadly buggy bubo with blue streaks. Time to get the poultices. Okay, well, I don't have any money. Oh, okay, we should, okay. The rats won't definitely miss her, but I will for about 3 minutes. The only one who can save Ludwig are us rat catchers, and charlatans like you belong in the gallows. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Third week is over, Ka. I wonder if the latest measurements help or if the city is sliding into the abyss. I'm sorry, everybody. I failed all of you. First, you feed on the vegetables, and the vegetables feed on you. Would you like to read the latest obituaries, Doctor? The cannibal still hasn't been caught. Can you believe it? Merchants Guild versus lynchings. After a recent attack on members of the Merchants Guild, the council has decided to withdraw food support from the city guards. The Merchants Guild has also demands the strictest possible judgment for a guard who attacks an honest merchant. Yeah. The best are out. The burgomaster's son suffered a serious injury during the training at the tournament grounds and is forced to withdraw from the upcoming tournament for the second year in a row. Fate has deprived the young squire of the chance to prove his valor and fight for the honorable title of knight. The hearts of the townspeople are with him. We wish our brave warrior a speedy recovery. May his spirit grow stronger and may he achieve his well-deserved victory next year. The master winemaker threw himself off a bridge. A famous winemaker who could not endure the torment, the plague bubo, drove him to the bridge in only a short whistle of a wind and a splash at the bottom. That's the fifth case this week. If it continues like this soon there will be only rats and plague doctors left in the city, and it is not sure that for a long time. Another victim of the killer. This morning, the body of a maiden was found near the butcher's aisle in a condition that outraged even the corpse collectors who seen it. Broken doll, as the grave diggers dubbed her, had lost all her limbs. This means only one thing: the cannibal is still walking among us. Man. The living corpse. A curious incident occurred the other day in the poor quarter. A drunken citizen fell so soundly asleep after a drink that the gravediggers loaded him onto a cart with the plague-ridden dead. He woke up only to the clatter of wheels, and to the horror of the collectors, began to hunt a canzona, driving his horse towards the cemetery. The living serve the dead as if they could still give orders, Ka. It's time to break the cycle. Okay, eat it. Due to the increasingly complex epidemiological situation, the magistrate recognizes that the traditional burial methods exacerbate the spread of plague, contributing to a mass infection among the inhabitants. A compulsory measure is introduced to protect the populace from infection. Rena, welcome in. Those who died from the plague must be burnt. Cremation must take place outside the city wall in specially designed places without rites in the absence of relatives. Before burial, coffins should be filled with quicklime up to half their volumes. The dead themselves should be wrapped in shrouds and soaked in a strong vinegar. Dump the plague dead into vast graves without coffins and without regard of the sex or status of the deceased. Organize the permanent presence of priests for brief funeral prayers. Make everybody mad. The weather in Ludwig today is muddy. Tomorrow it'll be dry mud. The day after tomorrow it'll be frozen mud. Only in this city have I seen mud in all states. All right. The Count's mistress. I'm seeing a married man. His marriage has been on the rocks for a long time, and we spend a lot of time together, but recently something happened. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about. The young lady lowered her gaze, blushing deeply. Long pause, nervous eyes. Finally, through embarrassment, she squeezed out a confession. Your Grace, during pleasure with the Count, something unexpected happened. His wedding ring is now not on his finger, but inside me. She nearly choked with shame, but continued. If my lady doesn't find the ring, suspicion will fall on the Count and his wife. Oh, I'm afraid to even think what she would do with it. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Why would they do this? Oh. I don't even have any money to, help me. No. Oh, it's too... Oh, gosh. I shouldn't have come here. I should have gone straight to the midwife. Now even more prying ears will know about the Count and me. Sorry. I'm really trying. Damnation, I've been cursed like a sailor lately. May my leg be damned. And now the Inquisition raiding the meat market, a red-hot poker up their arses. Hunting that man-eater. May his horse drag him to hell. So I'm worked up, I've gone completely out of my mind. The cattle slaughterer swears at everything without hesitation, but he is not inveterate swearer. His rudeness is only the result of a deep trauma. Nervous twitching of his shoulders and unnatural facial expressions speak of his horror. He has developed a tic. The disease is not fatal, but turns every day into a struggle with his own body, an attempt to explain himself to others for his speech. Okay. How am I supposed to... This is a very hard game. I might just not be very good at games like this. Okay. What? No. Leave me alone. No. No. I've only heard such swear words when a priest fell into a cesspool. Damn you to hell. How am I supposed to work among these laborers now? I might as well sew my mouth shut. Sorry, I'm really trying. It's very difficult, though. Alright, next patient. Idiots everywhere. They shoved me into their rickety hearse without even checking if I was alive or dead. I just passed out because I was drunk as a skunk. It hurts to breathe. The patient is still staggering, but it's not just the alcohol. His condition is much worse. The breath of death is already raging in the city, a special plague that kills without lubos, slowly squeezing the lungs and clouding the mind. Unfortunately, the man is completely out of luck. While he was asleep, he was thrown into a creaky cart along with the dead and taken to the cemetery. He woke up when the stench of the plague had already permeated his lungs and turned the undertaker's gray hair with his resurrection. Oh, okay, it's gonna... Oh, okay. Well, if the victims of the Black Death knew how much their relatives saved on the funeral, they'd be spitting in their ditches. Calm. It seems I got off that hearse for nothing. Now I have to walk to my grave, but first I'll get drunk. Since my husband was taken to the interrogation house, my children and I have been living hand to mouth. My last reserves of strength are melting away with each passing day. I can't afford treatment. I don't even know why I came here, perhaps in hopes of a miracle. Hi, Dinah. Malicious tongues accuse the unfortunate woman's husband of having ties to evil forces. A certain clergyman saw devilish marks on the butcher's hands and reported this to the inquisitors. The woman herself is now forced to work hard in the laundry to feed her children, but her troubles do not end there. Due to poor nutrition and constant contact with ice cold water, her hands are seized by cramps, and now she cannot cope with her work. The owner of the laundry threatens to fire her, which could deprive her of even this meager income. Okay. Oh, no. Why would you do that? Whoa. No. Doc, isn't the grief that's befallen this family enough for you? Have you decided to finish them off completely? I'm sorry. I feel sorry for the kids. They're so young. Oh, if only my fingers would listen to me. Hey, Sam. I love my job. I could watch you work for hours, but we're done with the patients for today so we can wrap it up. Mm. Attention, attention, good people. A dangerous criminal has escaped. A reward is offered to help in capturing him. Read about it in the latest issue. Yeah, I was supposed to go live with a friend, Sam's, but they weren't feeling well, so I'm just playing some indie games that I gotta cover. But yeah, they're not doing too good though. All right. Unfaithful husband. A family drama played out in the inn in the city. A visiting count who had already been forced to stay in the city and could not return to his state was caught cheating by his wife. The angry wife decided to teach her unfaithful husband a lesson. She locked him in his room and sent for her brothers to punish him. However, the count, not thinking long, escaped through the window and fled. Witnesses say that the fugitive limped battery, probably because of the jump from a height. Don't watch his mouth. This is how the preacher of the Church of the Fed God, who was arrested last week for the brutal beating of a cattle slaughterer, explained his act. According to the clergyman, the man had spoken offensively about his God and followers. The clergyman's case will be heard by the church court. Hmm. Did he beat up that guy? My goodness. Okay. The embrace of death. Driven mad by the stench of the plague, a bitter drunkard who had nearly been buried alive the day before. Get out of here, bot. Get rid of this dude. Nobody likes you. Before ran through the city in death throes. Foaming at the mouth, he grabbed random women by the hands, kissed their faces, white with terror, and shouted obscene curses. The guards, pale with fear, aimed at his trembling body from a distance. When the madman collapsed to his knees once again, they pierced him with 3 arrows at once. The last thing the terrified townspeople heard was his hoarse laughter and bloody gurgling. Hey, revenge. The Ludwood maniac failed. The victim fought back and revealed his distinguished features. Another outing by the killer ended in failure. The victim was a local woman who not only managed to fight off the attack, but also remembered the killer's distinctive features. According to the victim, the criminal is extremely thin and limps slightly on one leg. Despite the late hour, the girl noticed that he had only 4 fingers on each hand, a crucial detail that will now be the main clue for inquisitors. The gang leader has escaped from custody. The leader of a criminal gang known as the Guild of the Poor was arrested and was due to appear in court. However, during his transfer, his accomplices carried out an armed attack on the convoy, resulting in the detainees' escape. The criminals' whereabouts are currently unknown. If you have any information about this location or gang activities, please report it immediately to the city guard. Nowadays, people go to anyone, sorcerers, magicians, even fortune tellers, with their roots. It's just not to a doctor. Okay, another edict. Desperate patients are losing hope of salvation. Turn to healers, sorcerers, and other dubious doctors. Their methods are not only useless, but also dangerous. They exuberate suffering, spread superstition, and hinder the fight against the disease. To combat obscurantism, the following measure is induced. Any healing practices not approved by the city scientist doctor are prohibited, with the exception of prayers and religious services. Report fraudsters is encouraged. 1. Anyone who points out a charlatan will receive a reward. Anyone who tunes the sorcerers and financially supports their activities will be severely punished within the limits of the law. I think reporting them is the encouraged part. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, snitch on each other. I have a good feeling about today. I think we'll earn a lot of coin and finally get out of this hole. I don't know. We only have 50 points first. No amount of money can pay for the labor these plague-ridden barracks. Save me, I beg you. The pain pierces the body as if thousands of red-hot needles were digging under the skin. The main city infirmary, once considered a place of generous salaries, is now becoming a hotbed of the plague. Young girls, disregarding precautions, seem to be playing with death, and they forget about their vinegar-soaked bandages, do not treat their hands with alcohol, and neglect the simplest rules of hygiene. As soon as they find themselves in hospital beds in need of care, This unfortunate girl paid particularly dearly for her carelessness. The bubo will have to be cut open. It's scary to even think what a torment that must be. Okay. Whoa. No, no, no. 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 I don't like this. Whoa. Oh, I thought it was done. The doctor doesn't look for patients, he creates them himself. Oh, no wonder there are so many suffering people in the infirmities. Even the city's chief physician is unable to help. My late father, may his soul be damned, and got her. How can I obtain these items? Okay. It's not gonna go well. See? Why would you do that? Sorry, dear medical error, you're disposed to suffering. It's not going great. We're really not doing good. I mean, our edicts have been really good. Alright. No one leaves the interrogation house alive, but I managed to, thanks to my friend. Cure me and they will repay you in full. We are poor people, but we have our honor. How many fingers you got? The poor man was tortured long and methodically, his face covered in bloody scars, blue purple bruises, his chest and stomach were covered in horrific burns, as if somebody played with a red hot iron. His left arm is twisted unnaturally, and his front teeth have been pulled out by the roots. His toenails are simply gone. If the guards found him, he would lose his head, but without my help, he won't last long. We only wanted justice and decent treatment, but those powers only understand the language of force, said the poor man and collapsed onto the couch, losing consciousness. Okay. Whoa. 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 No, stop that. That's not very nice. Stop it. Whoa. He bravely ran away from the guards, and they cowardly ran after him, but the Poor People's Guild still lost. Previously, I healed quickly, but the interrogators did their job well. Even the best doctor in town was unable to restore me to health. My wife's brother nearly sent me to the other world because I lost the wedding ring. The Countess, my beloved, locked me in a room on the second floor while her brothers sharpened their daggers, preparing to take revenge, and then I jumped out of the window. Me, a count. I must admit I did not land with grace expected of a person of my rank. Namely, I landed on my backside with such enthusiasm that my doublet burst at the seams, but fate apparently decided that this was not enough to complete the picture and threw me a horseshoe that had fallen off some nag. And that damn nail from the horseshoe pierced me in a place that noble gentlemen usually reserve for soft velvet armchairs, concluded the count. Hey, hey. No, no, whoa, no, no, no. Oh, I thought it was done. Again? Oh, whoops. How am I supposed to walk around with a nail in my ass? No help from you, doctor. Are you even a doctor? Madman attacked me right in the middle of the street, infected with the plague. Now, how he clung to me, how he showered me with kisses, and now I'm unfortunate victim, defiled and doomed. Madness has gripped the city. Plague victims have completely lost their minds, deliberately spreading the disease, sowing terror among the townspeople. Every day, new horrific stories. But what happened? Every day brings new horrific stories, but what happened recently exceeds all expectations. In broad daylight, on Main Street, a plague-stricken madman attacked a woman. He clung to her with her strength of possessed man, showering her with kisses, not loving ones, but terrifying, painful ones, as if he wanted to pass his doom onto her. And it must be admitted that he succeeded. Okay. Oh, that's why. Whew. I think the fire's gonna appear. What? Heh. We'll see if we make it. What a ridiculous death waits me. I should be the first one to be kissed to death. Stupid death. This is an income cause. This is a monetary compensation for time lost at work. Let's keep working. I can't, there's nothing I can do. I don't have any money. I can't buy anything. Hey, you are the dear doctor. Something unimaginable happening in the city. A real epidemic of madness. Only today's issues we will find all the details firsthand. She ate people to ease the pain, burn her at the stake. It is not a mistake. The killer turned out to be a poor meat market vendor, the illegitimate daughter of the late burgomaster, whose fate itself has spat out in the margins of life. Yesterday morning, she confessed to the monstrous crimes herself. Under torture? No, with the relief as if she had been waiting for this moment for years. The surviving victims swore that the murderer had 4 fingers, but in reality, her little fingers were fused with the adjacent fingers into one ugly looking crooked appendage, as if nature itself had marked this monster. Oh. The Guild of the Poor has been destroyed. Thanks to the coordination efforts of the guards and the Holy Inquisitor, all members of the gang have been captured and will be executed. Justice has prevailed. The condemned will receive their deserved punishments in the central square at dawn tomorrow. From now on, law-abiding citizens can once again enjoy their evening strolls without fear of the dirty hands of street thugs. The magistrate expresses his gratitude to all those contributed to the capture of these scoundrels. Your dedication to the city is key to our shared prosperity. I mean, we kind of helped. She pitied and forgave. Saved the marriage of the wandering count. The family drama of the visiting count, which we wrote about earlier, ended unexpectedly well, thanks to touching thanks to a ridiculous but touching turn of events. As you may recall, the count had made a desperate leap from the window to escape the righteous wrath of his wife's brothers. Seeing how her beloved was suffering after such a fall, the countess softened her anger and forgave her husband. Now she herself is nursing her wounded spouse. See, it all works out. Abandoned houses have become targets for looters. Dishonest scoundrels brazenly rob abandoned houses where respectable townspeople once lived. Not only do they shamefully steal the valuable items of the deceased, but they also contribute to the spread of the plague through their personal belongings. Is this acceptable? Where is the city magistrate looking? What is the scientist doctor doing? I'm doing my best. Attention citizens, there is a monstrous outlawness in our streets. The magistrate is furious and developing severe measures against the vile looters. To prevent further spread of the contagion, the following measure is being taken. Hey Latte, how you doing? Hold on. So, houses vacated by plague victims must be locked and sealed. The windows and doors of such houses must be boarded up. From this day forward, guards have the right to search and question any citizen on the street carrying a bag, purse, or suspicious large pockets. You were recently editing and you got done now? Nice. From now on, all houses emptied after the plague are to be burned immediately along with the belongings of the deceased. Yeah, let's go that way. Burn everything. Good sleep prolongs life and shortens the working day. You work and I'll take a nap. Still ain't making no money. Oh. So reporting fraudsters is encouraged. Anyone who points out a charlatan will receive a reward. Oh, that's why my reputation went back up. Thus, from residents of the poor quarter, driven to extreme by empty stomachs and fear of the plague, begins to slander each other in masses in the hopes of receiving at least a few coins for exposing sorcerers. Brother turns against brother, neighbor against neighbor. No house is left without suspicions. The wave of denunciations reached the rich quarter, where accusations of witchcraft became a convenient tool for revenge. Creditors got robbed of debtors, wives got rid of unfaithful husbands, and business rivals eliminated each other without a single blow of dagger. A whisper in the right ear was enough. By the end of the week, the interrogation house was overflowing with sorcerers, and the inquisitors themselves were exhausted to the limit. They no longer understood who was guilty, who was slaughtered. They grabbed everyone in a row and just reduced the burden of unsolved cases. Now the Inquisition must not only rid the city of real heretics, but also entangle the web of lies that they themselves have woven. In the meantime, the gallows at the city remains busy. Whoops. All right, first patient. I decided to make a sick chicken soup with onions, although I didn't have any chickens or onions, but I did have lots of mushrooms that I picked myself. And now someone is whispering curses in my ears, and my shadow is not following me. Patient complains of nausea, hallucinations, and strange whisperings in her left ear. Her pupils are so dilated that her irises are not visible. During the examination, the old witch begins to claim that her shadow wanted to strangle her, and then, grabbing a lancet from the table, tried to fight back against her reflection in the mirror. I managed to calm her down using gentle methods. Tactile contact with her own cat had a sedative effect. It seems the witch's cat knows the owner well. Judging by all appearances, this is a severe case of poisoning. I'm preparing a kit for gastric lavage. Okay. It's I really feel like some of these I'm not supposed to win. Bed bugs are under my skin. They're crawling around and gnawing on my old bones. Help me. Sorry. I don't remember anything. I don't remember leaving my little room to check on who was wandering around the cemetery at night, and then bang, I woke up face down in the grass. The cemetery guard was struck on the head with something heavy. This something left a bump the size of a chicken egg on top of his head and knocked out his memory. The poor man cannot remember where he lives and has been wandering the streets of the city for several days. No one has recognized him or taken him home to his family. He doesn't even remember if he has any relatives, so he's so small. Okay. It's like Mario Brothers all over again. Oh. Eee. 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 We might actually save this one. We'll see. That's not fair. Okay. I think I'm starting to remember something. Yes, definitely. Sorry, doctor. I have to run. Ahem. Ahem. The patient cannot speak coherently, uttering only indistinct sounds. Three buboes characteristically of the bubonic plague, inguinal and axillary, were found on his body. His condition is extremely serious, but the patient retains the ability to move. It's terrifying to even imagine the hellish torment he has experienced. At the end of the examination, he handed over a crumpled, dirty rag in which a fragment of his tongue was wrapped. Unable to bear the pain, did the unfortunate man bite off his own tongue? Oh, God. Okay. Whew. Now what? Oh, it's following me. I don't like that. It's following me. Oh, stop. Oh, no. Oh. I don't like any of this. I guess next. Oh. There were 11 names on the list, but I counted 12 heads. Where was the last one? Too many deaths, too much pain and suffering. I can't take it anymore. The executioner carrying out the court sentence executed all members of the guild of the poor gang, and it broke him. First, the group seemed like a cruel threat, but he soon realized they were just poor, desperate people cast aside by society. They did not rob out of greed. They were fighting for survival in a world where laws persecute the poor and society hates the destitute. Thank you, LG. And then he discovered that there were fewer names on the list in those sentenced than the number of those executed. This was the final straw. His soul could not take it. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. I think we're supposed to stop, like... Okay. No, no, no. There's no rush. It's really low-key, LG. Okay, okay. No. Can I make some... I can't make anything right now. We'll do our best. There's nowhere to go. Maybe the 12th was a priest, a doctor, or a doctor priest. How can I live with this? I can't take it. Okay, bye. Oh, I should have made some medicine. His words were so sweet, his voice so gentle. What was I thinking? He kissed me right on the lips and called me his sister. He called the last kiss and said only then would I be saved. This unfortunate woman accidentally witnessed a gruesome ritual in the basement of the house where she works as a cleaner. Later, succumbing to someone's hypnotic influence, she herself took part in it. She recounted how the mysterious stranger convinced her to join their sinister brotherhood, then informed an initiation ritual, deliberately infecting her with the plague. Just recently, the Black Death took her daughter, who has worked as a sister of mercy in the city's infirmary. Now the disease has come for her. Thank you, doctor. It's a pity my daughter wouldn't be able to say, oh, I have to get back to work. Because of this infection, the landlord has ordered the floors to be washed with soap 3 times a day. I can't even manage twice. Hey, we saved like 2 people. Okay. Nice. Just gonna make some more. It ain't much. See if we can make one more. I think we might be able to. Okay. I'm not even sure how many weeks this game has. Dear citizens, don't miss out on the latest news. A mysterious cult has appeared in Ludwig. They worship the Black Death and eat children. Oh, good. He chopped her up with an axe out of jealousy. Another tragic event has occurred in our city. A jealous husband, in a fit of rage, hacked his sick wife to death, believing the rumors that she was kissing strangers right on the street. However, in reality, the woman was being harassed by a man who had gone mad from the plague. Oh, I'm sorry, lady. Without understanding the situation, the husband committed an irreversible act and then took his own life. This tragedy is yet another reminder of how easily fear, jealousy, and plague induced madness can destroy lives. The witch frightened the residents. A week ago, an old woman who called herself a witch burst into the market square. She waved a cat around, holding the poor animal by its tail, and filled the square with curses. She screamed that the bedbugs had gotten under her skin and claimed that the same fate awaited everyone in the city. As we know, wherever witches or those who call themselves witches appear, the inquisitors will soon follow. The old woman was detained and taken away to an unknown destination. Nothing was known about the fate of the cat. Thanks. Greed ruined the Tomb Raiders. The vile drama worthy of chronicler's pen unfolded at the city cemetery. Two guards called upon to protect the eternal peace of the deceased turned out to be grave robbers themselves. They methodically ransacked fresh graves, stealing even the last pennies from the dead. Later, one of them tried to flee the city with the loot, striking his accomplice on the head with a shovel. Although the injured man was only as tall as a small child, he could not bear the insults and decided to settle the score right at the city gates, where they were caught by guards. Now both are rotting in a cell in the interrogation house. The tall one is silent, the short one mutters curses. The executioners beheaded himself. At night, when the city was asleep, the last of those who had seen the guild of poor alive carried out his final acts of justice against himself. He came to the scalpel, which he knew better than his own bed, and used the mechanism to kill himself. How he managed to do it alone is known only to the saints in the moon. At dawn, the guards found his head in a sawdust basket. His face was calmer than when he was alive, and in his eyes was a question in which the city had no answer. Man, fairy sparkle, hey. Decree on the excommunication of the heretical sect calling itself the Cult of the Last Kiss. From now on, the aforementioned sect, which defiles the sanctity of highest providence, is declared outlaw. These spawn of hell, hiding behind a mask of piety, commit abominations before the gods. They deliberately infect gullible fools with this plague sores, spreading blasphemous talk about the kiss of death as salvation, and confuses the people in the time of natural disaster. Listen, faithful ones, the plague is not a blessing, but a punishment. Do not let Satan cloak himself in the robes of holiness. Anyone found to have ties to the sect will be consigned to the purifying fires without trial or investigation. For the head of their false prophet, theft 700 coins in absolution. For information about their hideouts, 100 coins. Where did the rats go? The city's rat catchers reporting an alarming and strange phenomenon. The rats have disappeared. The traps are empty, the baits untouched, and the basements are eerily silent. Not a squeak to be heard. Doctors see this as a hopeful sign. No rats means no new outbreaks of the disease, but the old rat catchers shake their heads and whisper the natural occurs a vacuum. If the rats are gone, it means their place has already been taken by someone or something else. The question remains, is this the end of the epidemic or the beginning of something new? Kind-hearted citizens, thanks to the Ministry of Physical Well-being and the efforts of the learned men, we have discovered yet another cause of the plague, fleas, which breed on stray animals, cats, dogs, and other creatures. In connection with this, special squads are being organized, whose purpose is It's not going to make us very popular, is it? Sorry. Not going to, yeah, I hate to do it, but logically. Okay, got some patience here. I'm just starting to talk. Hick. Neither a sermon to read nor hick my flock is thinning every day. Hick like a stuttering rooster. The relentless hiccups drove the respect of the priest to despair. He cannot eat, he cannot sleep, or conduct services. Each new attack causes nausea and shakes his corpulent body. Oh, for a minute I thought he was floating. Kelpert, hello. Corpulent body, causing him to sweat profusely and involuntarily swear, which is completely unacceptable for a man dressed in a cassock. Because this because of this, half of the parishioners who are very wealthy people stopped attending his sermons and left the flock. Okay. I'm just having a heck of a time with these. Let's take some aspirin. Let me take another aspirin. Why is this happening to me? Did I really deserve such a humiliation? Sorry. Very bad at this. Damn funeral bells. They ring and ring for every holy dead person. How long can they keep banging those pieces of metal? Can't even hear my own thoughts. Veteran of 2 wars, 3 sieges, and 5 military campaigns, now fights a new enemy, monastery bells. For years he lived next to a monastery where every day he is awakened by the morning bells. The festive rings shook the walls of his home, and the funeral bells for the deceased monks last longer than some sieges. The last thing he heard before the world fell silent was a particularly fierce peal in honor of the deceased abbot. There's no need to ask the veteran any questions. The story was very loud and clear in a soldierly way. That works. Magician, welcome in. Great. Yay, we did it! Yay! It can't be. I can hear again. But we'll have to listen to my beloved wife's grumbling again. I'll pretend I'm not cured. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, that gave us a decent reputation. We actually have money, so we can make some more. Hey, Maple, how you doing? All right. I don't think we have enough to really upgrade anything. This is a really hard game. All right. Every day I play and sing at funerals. Recently, the strings of my soul snapped from the stress and I started sleepwalking. Now I sleep in my shoes, and tonight I tried to play my own hair like a lute. Ooh, lady. The actress who had performed at too many funerals now feared her own bed. Sleep had become stage for her in the city of theater. She was found sleeping on the edge of a roof, her fingers frozen, still clutching an invisible lute. In the count's stable, she was awakened by the guard's cry. The noble steeds listened to her sad canzone. Hunting dogs, usually tearing strangers to pieces, howled to her ballad on a moonlit night until the enraged dog handler interrupted the eerie concert from the sleeping minstrel. All this far from all her nighttime adventures. We'll try. Okay. Oh, this big one takes up a lot of room. Whew. Oh no, we only got two petals left, everybody. We'll see. Oh no. I asked my mother to tie me to the bed at night. I see another solution for my illness. Sorry. All right. Last patient. A plague-stricken madman with a bloody mouth burst into my pharmacy. When I tried to stop him, he sank his teeth into my arm. Only later did I realize that his madness was not madness at all, but agony, and now I am next. The silent sufferer, who I was unable to help, brought new misfortune upon the city. Desperate to get rid of the buboes, he burst in the pharmacy like a hunted animal, overturning the jars of medicine, and when the pharmacist rushed to stop him, he bit her hand, infecting her with the plague. Now her body is covered with purple buboes, pulsing with hellish pain in every beat of her heart. It's my fault. I must atone for it to find a way to save the unfortunate victim. Okay. Hi, Sunny. Oh, could you not? It's obvious that that madman was looking for medicine. I should have called the guards instead of trying to help him. What will happen to me now? Yeah. Ludwig is facing famine. Read about it in the last issue. The granaries are almost empty, and the seas cannot go out to sea. The folks' remedy for hiccups. The prolonged hiccups of the priest of the Church of the Fed God brought his flock out of their state of submissive humility. Deciding that delay was a tantamount to death, the pious parishioners resorted to an ancient method, treatment by their fright. The plan was simple: to lie in wait for the pastor and the church stable and detonate a small charge of gunpowder inside. Alas, their calculations proved fatally inaccurate. The explosion caused the arches to collapse, and the patient himself and his four healers were buried under the rubble of the beams. The hiccups, it must be admitted, stopped instantly. Now all participants in the miraculous healing face a long treatment for numerous fractures. The horses got away with a fright, but ran away. Good gracious, this down. Another pharmacy is closed. The city is left without medicine. I'm not doing very good, Ms. Another pharmacy is closed in our city. The reason is sad. The owner herself has fallen ill with the plague and can no longer prepare medicines. This case is an alarming sign for all of us. With each passing day, it becomes more difficult to find municipal herbs, salts, and ready made mixtures. In the coming weeks, the city may face a real shortage of even the most basic remedies. If you have a supply of medicines at home or know where to find it, please share them with your neighbors. Time will tell whether they will survive together or remain alone with the disease. Hey, Bee Boom Soup, how you doing? Storm season has begun. Higher powers have brought a series of harsh trials upon Ludwig. A poor harvest has left the fields empty. An unprecedented invasion of rats has destroyed significant grain resources in the warehouse. LG, thank you for that heart. I kind of need it. You're just sleepy? Go to sleep, Bee Boop. Or did you just wake up? Misfortune never comes alone. The sea supply routes, the city's last hope, have been cut off by fierce storms. Ships carrying food cannot enter the harbor, and those remaining in port do not dare venture out to sea. We urge all residents to exercise caution, stock up on food, conserve resources, and help your neighbor. Winter will be long and hungry. May the gods have mercy on us. You're about to sleep? Nice. Yeah, I'm getting pretty sleepy too. Not doing very good with our village here. Okay, another edict. Measures to maintain order, health, and food supplies during the coming winter cold. Let all residents be aware, since hunger frightens the townspeople more than the Black Plague, a harsh and merciless winter is approaching, the magistrate decrees. Open public canteens and churches where people in need will receive a bowl of soup and a piece of bread once a day. Prohibit baking with white flour. Transfer all wheat reserves to the production of bread for health resorts and shelters. Introduce bread ration cards. From now on, bread and grain will be only distributed according to the norms approved by the Magistrate Council. You know what? I'm not doing so good, so you know what? Just open everything. At least that'll keep people happy. I guess we'll make some more some more aspirin. That's all we can really do. Getting really good at making aspirin, at least. Yeah. What did our edict yesterday? Okay, oh, I didn't like that. Oh, that really, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. That makes me really sad. Tuffy, welcome in. My sermons have stopped inspiring hope in the hearts of parishioners. My illness has completely confused them. How can you listen to a priest who's confused about himself? The priest faces a trial that had broken many before him. Two preachers took up residence in his mind, two voices raging eternal war for his soul and his flock. One voice was merciful and gentle, calling for compassion and love. The other was harsh and merciless, demanding purification by fire and iron. Oh no, we should really try hard with this one. 1 week he would beg for his flock not to abandon the suffering, for the plague is a trial, not a punishment. The next week his eyes would become empty and his voice harsh. He brands the plague victims as rotten branches on a tree of humanity and urges people not to waste a crumb of bread on them. The priest himself is convinced that the higher powers speak through his mouth. In moments of clarity, he hears both merciful God and the cruel devil within himself and cannot understand where one ends and the other begins. Okay. Okay, there's one. Gracious. Okay. Is that good? Nope, that's bad. Oh no. So it is the will of the cripple god that I will undergo this trial. What can some doctor understand about healing the soul? Sorry. The sea is like a capricious girl these days. I feel bad among these landlubbers. My thirst for adventure is exhausting me, and because of these storms, we won't be divided into the arms of the sea goddess anytime soon. For the old sea dog, life on land has become a painful existence. He's exhausted not by a physical thirst, but a spiritual thirst, which is not no strong drink can quench. He longs for the sea so much that it robs him of his sleep and appetite. Gradually, his despair becomes so deep that it gives rise to a terrible thought: to find eternal peace by throwing himself off a cliff and dissolving into the element that was his only true home. There are fears that Captain will not live to see the end of the storm season. Okay. All right. All right. Whoa. What? Jeez. Shoo. Two. All right. Last one. That was unnecessary. Thank you very much. Whew. That thirst. It hasn't gone away, but I feel like the sea doesn't call to me much anymore. I'm going to go get drunk. Oh, yay. Just make some more aspirin. I feel like people who maybe play like more kind of side scrollers might be better at this game. Okay. Shady McShade Shade. The stench, the smell of decay. I've touched death so often I no longer feel anything, and my hand, which uses a hook, has gone numb. It's as if I myself am half dead. In desperate attempt to earn a few coins, many townspeople are hired themselves as corpse collectors in the last hope of making ends meet. The plague spares no one. People drop dead right on the pavement, and often there's no one to bury them, their names remaining unknown. Every morning, the collectors go out to their gruesome harvest, cleaning the streets strewn with silent victims. This work burns mind and poisons the flesh. Poisonous miasmas soak through them, distorting their senses, and begin to taste death on their tongue. Its stench haunts them in their dreams, and the skin on their fingers become cold. Touching death day after day, they themselves become stuck on the shaky border between worlds, becoming eternal travelers in the threshold of eternal rest. Okay, okay. Whoa, whoa. My controller also isn't that good. touched us, then it touched me. There's no help for me now. Even the scientist doctor cannot change the rules of the game with death. Uh, it turns out my dad wasn't deaf at all. He heard that I wanted to trade his medals for food and did this to me. Aww. The veteran father's harsh lesson turned into an unforeseen disaster by locking his son in the shed for a week so he could feel real hunger. He not only deprived the boy of food, he broke something important inside him. The boy who risked selling his father's medals just wanted to buy food for himself and his sick mother. Now the boy is free, but hunger won't let him go. It has become all consuming pervasive. His appetite has turned into an insatiable mouth, devouring everything in its path, from coal from the stove, soap scraps, rotten leaves. Oh, it's like that one guy. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Eeh. Yeah. Uh, your little aspirin there, huh? Okay. What is it doing? Oh, it's all the things he's been eating. All right. Oh, come on. You're gonna. Hey, Nemo. The fact that my appetite has become distorted is not the worst of it. What's worse is even if I work here, there'd still be nothing to eat at home. I need vacation and sleep and food and finally be petted. Oh, I don't think we can even afford to buy anything that can really help us. Yeah. Latest news of our agony is in the first issue. What will kill us first, thirst or infection? Find out in the latest issue. Okay. The absurd death of the Hezarek? Hezarek? The Heretigarch. The heretic cultist and swindler hunted by the best inquisitor died in a ridiculous accident. The head of the cult of the last kiss slipped on the freshly washed floor. Many landlords ordered their floors to be washed with soap because of the plague, and this proved fatal for the heresiarch. He fell badly and broke his neck. We must admit, washing floors with soap proved effective not only against the plague, but against its supporters. Yeah, we saved that lady, and that's happened. Hey, Chrissy. Sold the ship for a song. The storm season not only locks ships in port, but also breaks the will of sailors. Under the howling winds and the eternal roar of the waves, even the most steadfast captains begin to doubt their calling. One of them, until recently a celebrated hero, now victim of despair, sold his merchant ship for a pittance and took up net weaving. It is a bitter irony. His arms, accustomed to conquering the elements, now tie knots for small fish. If this madness continues, the city may be left without the most basic necessities. When the storm subsides, there will be no one left out to go to sea for medicine and food. The rats have been found. Alarming news, the rats have not left the city. They have changed tactics. Driven by the agonizing thirst caused by the plague, the creatures rush to the wells in search of water. Now that they are drowning by the thousands in our supplies, city workers can no longer cope. Every day they fish hundreds of bloated rat carcasses out of the wells. The water is turning murky before our eyes. Oh gosh. The water is contaminated. Attention all citizens. Case of plague bacillus contamination has been detected in the city's water supply system. The phenomenon has been observed in wells, springs, and even in some reserves of holy water. Consumption of this water will inevitably lead to a quick and painful death. Poisoned water, signs of poisoned water, a distinct smell of sulfur or metallic taste. Do not touch it. Do not risk your life. Drink only water from verified sources. Uh, let's do the. Let's do some new wells. Yeah. But that is it for me tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me and playing Sky Children of the Light and also hanging out with me as I play this game. This game was called the Book of Plagues. I really enjoyed it. A little bit more adult than what I usually do, but and did not do very well either. So I recommend it. It's on Steam. I think it's on Steam right now. Let me double check. Yeah, here. Yes, it's on Steam right now for 3.49. That's a pretty good deal for this game. Um, I'm not very good at like jumping and side scroller games, but if you are, this might be a little bit easier of a game for you. Um, but yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for being here. People, if you're over on Twitch, if there's anybody over there, there might be. There's two people. Stand by because we're gonna go raid a friend. But I do plan on going live tomorrow. I think we might play the long walk, maybe a little sky, and then play the long walk. We will see. Um, so that'll probably be between 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern time. I do recommend that if you want to see more from me or just hang out with some really cool people, join our Discord. There's an invite link in all my bios. Highly recommend it. Just the most amazing people are there. Yeah, so make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're gentle on yourself. Make sure you're kind to yourself because you're more amazing than you know. Lucy says good night. It's past her bedtime. Yeah, and just make sure you're drinking your water, have a snack, and take a nap because you probably need it, or just go to bed if you need to. Yeah, and that's it. So thanks again, everybody. Thank you for the gifts, the likes, and all that good stuff. And I hope to see you guys again. And let's go read a friend, shall we?